Hi, and welcome to the Yarn Habit Geek podcast. My name is Laura. You can find me on Facebook, Instagram, and Ravelry as Yarn Habit Geek. There's also a Ravelry group for the podcast if you wish to join. And I know I still need to update all the Ravelry group with all the show notes, which is what I plan to do after I upload this episode and hopefully have all the episode show notes up, which for today will be 51 episodes. I gotta catch up on for writing the show notes on the Ravelry group. But enough with all my chit chat on the Ravelry group. Let's get started with this week's episode, shall we? Alright, let's get on with whips of the week, shall we? First up, we've got the Loki scarf from the first Avengers movie, and that one scene with Loki, of course, where he's in that nice suit and all that. But I finally got past this section, which is what I was I can't remember if I was still in the colorwork section or this section, I don't know, but I finally got past the one section of all green, but now I gotta work the pattern section here for the majority of the scarf. But yeah, so hopefully I can get this done before my group goes sees Infinity War, which is what I commissioned to do this for. So I have it all mapped out on how many repeats of this well, technically this is the first repeat of the pattern chart, or from top to bottom, or I should say bottom to top. So I know how many I have to do a day, and I really have to catch up on this. But I know on Thursdays, which I have set for, miscellaneous knitting, and basically it's my choice of what to do, but Thursdays is going to be spent working on this only, because after I block it, then once it's done, I'm going to block it, and then I'm going to seal up the bottom here with some crochet stitches, so that way I'll be easily able to do the fringe. Let's stop talking about that, and let's get on with the next whip. And I'm so happy I restarted this one back when I first started it with the different yarn, but it's the Wicked Witch of the West socks I'm working on, but short, I'm going to call these Wicked Witch socks. But I am so happy I restarted this, because I goofed up the first time, and I knew I goofed up, but now it's better, and I'll be getting to, and since I finished the Grinch socks, this gets solely worked on my Sundays, which is meant for socks. And this is right now the only sock I'm working on. So yay for that. And yes, I'm holding all the yarn. and I've got my chair that I use for when I'm podcasting right here. That's if you're wondering why I'm just placing stuff there. And also my show notes are there as well. So I'm looking there, because I have the order of which I'm doing my whips. And next up, I got some more work done on. I got a little more work done on the Red Hood sweater. It's not much, but I'm now on the gray section. And I had to stop for a bit and do the chart for the bullseyes. Are going to be coming up after I do like an inch in the gray. So hopefully I'll have more of this done for next week's episode. And let's see. Next up is something crochet. Unfortunately, it was not much, because, I'm going to be focusing on a set that I haven't even finished yet, which is my Hocus Pocus set, which I talked about last year before Christmas, and the only character I got finished in that set was Mary Sanderson, who is up there in my window. But the reason why I'm going to be focusing more on my Hocus Pocus set is because I mean Doug Jones again next month. And so I'm going to be giving him the Ape Sapien, which I made last year, which I brought with me with the Hellboy I made when I met Guillermo del Toro. And, actually, they're not up there, but the pops of them are. Or the amigurumis are in another room, I remember. But, I'm going to be focusing on the Sanderson sisters and Billy Butcherson, so I can finish all of them before the Ottawa Comic Con next month, which I'm only going to for a day, but, enough with my con chat. That's normally just another segment once a con, but, back to the whips of the week. So, I got a little more work done on Anna. It's just the skirt part of her outfit, but, hopefully I'll get more work done on this in the future, but right now I have to do more focus on the Hocus Pocus set, which is kind of almost done. Like, all the big main parts are done on the bodies. It's just me. I gotta work on the hair and little accessories on all that. So, enough with my chit chat once again. And now for something that I slowly work on. It's been a year since here's the weird part. It's been a year since I started this blanket, and I'm only on the 3rd row. But, I'm slowly working on the next square for the Ron Weasley blanket. So, this square will probably get done for next week's episode and placed in a blanket. Hopefully, I can get some other squares done. But I basically now work on the squares when I'm going back and forth on the transit now. So that way I can actually get more work done. So my mindless knit scarf, which is what I normally knit on when I'm doing the back and forth, is going to wait. But let's get back to even more whips. And this one is something I talked about last week, after the yarn came in, and mind you, it's not much right now since I just started it, but it's the start of Cloud's top in Final Fantasy VII Advent Children. And here's the kicker: I had to go through so many pictures just to find the right color, because all the pictures are really, really saturated and dark, so I could not find the appropriate color of the top till I went with the Play Arts Kai, which a figure from Advent Children, which thankfully I found a picture of, and it was this color. Like, the color for all the soldier tops throughout the Final Fantasy VII timeline does change color, and well, that was just what was stopping me for a bit. But that is in the works right now. Hopefully, I'll have more done on it for next week. Basically, I focus on that on Friday instead of doing half of that on Friday, and then on the Riku scarf, which is right here. But, yeah, and we got one more whip, and this one was from Whip Limbo. It's the one that's replacing the Finish Grinch socks. Now, I only got, like, a few rows done in this, but I gotten back to my Molly Weasley housecoat, although the technical name for the pattern is, oh god, it's Molly Weasley's Technicolor housecoat, but for the sake of the podcast, I'm just shortening it to the Molly Weasley housecoat that you'll have seen in Harry Potter and the Chamber of Secrets, but I got some more work done on it. It's just a few rows, but it is getting to the point where I'm almost finished the back. And actually, that is it for Whips of the Week. I actually have some finished objects to show you. Let's go on to that segment next, shall we? Alright, it's finished object time, and this is basically my one finished object made it for yarn, which is the Infinity Gauntlet. The pattern is by Liz Ward, also known as Amigurumi Bamsey. I will link the pattern in the show notes, so hopefully all the show notes will be done, but I got this done in time for Infinity War. And no, basically when I went shopping for the gems that I've used on here, I could not find them in the colors that I wanted them, so I used Jaymes Mansfield tutorial that is up on here on YouTube, which I will be linking. I will be linking it to that video in the information bar below and in the show notes. But I used basically I used Sharpies on some basic clear acrylic gems I got from Michaels, but I'm so glad I went that method because they are perfect. So this is actually the first of 3 I'm making. This was gonna be for me, but let's just say I got commissions for them. So this one is going to be delivered this weekend. So, and I've got enough yarn to make another one, enough cotton yarn to make this color again, but for myself I probably will go with another yarn because I basically bought all the yellow that I use for this from the store that's nearby. So that's it. That's my only finished object. For yarn work, I have another different type of finished object because I was bored and needed, basically, this was my, I actually sewed up my very first project bag because, well, I only have 2 project bags that I got at the Knitter's Frolic last year. One is from Zigzag Stitches and the other is from the actual Toronto Knitters Guild that they sell at the Frolic. But, oh, I just realized I'm weirdly themed to my project bag. My shirt of the Mad Love, and this is my new project bag that I made myself. Basically, this is just an old t-shirt I had that, unfortunately, when I got it, or should I say when it was gifted to me, even though it did say the size that I do prefer, unfortunately, it's a ladies fitted tee, and I have ribs and other stuff in the chest area. But since this could not fit me, I kept it in the in basically my drawer full of t-shirts and all that. But as you can tell, it's a Hot Topic one, but Hot Topic shirts of the Harley Quinn Batman. So basically, I just cut off the top and made it into a drawstring in a project bag. And honestly, I needed a big ass project bag because I do have obviously 2 big blank projects I'm working on, and this is right now housing the Ron Weasley blanket. So I don't have to, have it up here all messy and all that. So basically, drawstring bag, I used what I had in my yarn closet with all the supplies I used for amigurumis and all that. So I used some white ribbon. I was gonna use a red ribbon, although I could not find it, but then I realized add the white ribbon so that way it goes more with the Harley theme. So there we go, my very first project bag that I made myself. I probably will make myself some more project bags. Heck, I might end up finally making them to sell onto Etsy, along with stitch markers, or just to theme with them. But let's talk for another time. And that is actually it for this week's episode. And we are actually coming up on the anniversary of when I first started this podcast. And I'm going to be doing something special for that. There might be a giveaway. There might be a cow. I don't know. I haven't figured that out yet, but I will. Well, before the anniversary episode. So, that is it for this week's episode. Hopefully, I will have more done for next week. Hopefully, more finished objects, because I doubled up since last week's episode. So, till next week, stay crafty, my friends.